What if worry was a trap? A loop that starts quiet, then consumes everything. First a glance, then a doubt. Then 100 what-ifs whispering all night long. What if they judge me? What if I fail? What if I disappoint everyone? You carry it like breath, like weight, like background noise that never shuts off. But here's the truth. Most of the things you worry about never happen. And if they do, they rarely deserve the power you've already given them. So why do we keep feeding it? Why do we live on edge, as if fear was our home? As if every step must be calculated, approved, validated by someone else? You weren't born worried, you were made to worry. Taught to please, taught to obey, taught to seek comfort and control. But control is a myth, and worry is its shadow. There is another way, a way to be calm without being careless, to be free without being reckless, to let go and still hold on to who you are. This is not about pretending you don't care. It's about learning to care, precisely, deeply, but never blindly. The art of not worrying is not detachment. It's discipline. It's choosing your battles. It's protecting your energy. It's looking at the chaos and walking through it without shaking. So if you've been carrying too much, worrying too long, then maybe it's time to put something down, to walk differently, to feel lighter, not because life got easier, but because you stopped making it heavier. And that is where we begin. No is a wall, a gate, a line in the sand. It's not rude, it's not selfish, it's survival. Most people drown, not from the deep, but from saying yes too many times. Yes to things they didn't believe in. Yes to people who never stayed. Yes to tasks, noise, pressure that pulled them away from who they were. You weren't made to be everything for everyone. You were made to be clear. And clarity begins with no. Say no to the dinner that drains you, to the friend who only calls when they need fixing, to the project that isn't yours but somehow lands on your desk again. Say no, not to reject, but to protect. Say no, because your peace is not a public property. Some will call you difficult, cold, selfish. Let them. They only say that because your boundaries inconvenience their chaos. Real freedom is not found in the ability to do more. It's found in the discipline to say no to what doesn't align, no to what distracts, what manipulates, what drains you, and dresses it up as opportunity. You don't need to over-explain, you don't need to apologize, you don't need to make it sound soft, you just need to mean it. No is a sentence. No is a skill. No is peace. And once you say it and mean it, the world adjusts. Slowly, uneasily. But it adjusts. Because people learn what you allow and what you no longer will. Say no. And watch what falls away. You'll see it wasn't yours to carry anyway. You don't need permission to rest, to change, to leave, to begin. You don't need a yes from people who don't carry your burden, who don't wake up with your thoughts, who don't bleed when you break. Still, we ask. Silently, constantly. We wait for the nod, the approval, the green light that never comes. And every time we wait, a piece of us dries out. This is how people go invisible. Not from silence, but from hesitation. A hesitation born from asking. Am I allowed to feel this way? Allowed to want this? To leave that? To become this? No more. No more waiting for applause, no more soft-stepping your truth, no more shrinking your life to fit into someone else's blueprint. You are not a proposal, you are not pending approval, you are not a draft waiting to be marked acceptable. You are a decision, a final form, stamped by breath, and that is enough. So live. Without waiting, without excuses, without checking in. Trust yourself, even when no one else does. Especially then. The ones who broke the mold didn't ask first. They walked, they built, they bled, and they didn't wait for permission to matter. You want peace? Then stop begging for it. Want freedom? Then act like you already have it. Want your life back? Then take it. Without asking, without softening the edge. Just walk out of the door and let it close behind you. They told you what peace should look like. A house, a title, a salary, a smile that doesn't crack. But what if that peace was never yours? What if peace isn't loud, isn't visible, isn't Instagrammable? What if peace is quiet mornings with no alarms? A room you sit in and breathe, a boundary no one crosses. Define it before they define it for you. Because if you don't, you'll chase what looks right, not what feels right, and you'll win the wrong race, hold the wrong prize, and wonder why it still feels empty. True peace isn't found, it's chosen, it's carved, like stone, by saying no, by walking away, by not explaining yourself, this time. Success is not peace, praise is not peace, fame is not peace. Peace is sleeping with no one on your mind. It's walking through your day without performing. It's living a small life with a big soul. Stop comparing, stop adjusting, stop watering down your joy so it fits their taste. Let them live their story. You, write yours. Even if no one claps, even if no one sees, because peace doesn't need a witness. It just needs to be real. And when you define it, you no longer need to chase it, you just return to it. Whenever the world gets loud, whenever you get lost, whenever the weight creeps back in, you return to your peace. Because now you know what it feels like. You worry too much about what they said, about what they might think, about mistakes that never happened and futures that might not come. But while you're busy worrying, time keeps moving. And here's the harsh truth. It's not yours. Time doesn't ask. It doesn't wait. It doesn't pause when you hesitate. It just leaves. So why waste it? Why burn it away on people who wouldn't even carry your name if tomorrow forgot you? Why spend hours editing your life for the approval of those who aren't even looking? You're dying, not someday, right now. Every breath, every scroll, every maybe next time is time you will never get back. The Stoics said it plainly. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Marcus Aurelius. So let it. Let death sharpen your focus. Let it silence the noise. Let it remind you that none of this is guaranteed. Not their opinion, not your next chance, not even tonight. You want to worry about something? Worry about wasting your life on people you won't remember. Worry about the version of yourself you keep postponing. Worry about running out of time without ever truly living. You don't have time to be liked. You don't have time to perform. You don't have time to explain your every no. You only have time to live, to move, to mean it. Because soon you'll be gone. And all that will remain is the weight you carried or the lightness you became. Choose well. You've worried long enough. You've overthought, overgiven, overlived for others, but not once did it bring peace, not real peace, not the kind that stays when everything else fades. So maybe now you're ready to stop explaining, stop asking, stop waiting for the world to give you permission to be. You've learned to say no, to hold your space, to stand without shaking even when they stare. You've stopped seeking approval for simply existing. You've defined what peace feels like, not what it looks like. And you've remembered, time doesn't wait for those who hesitate, so now you walk different, slower, sharper, quieter, and when worry knocks again, and it will, you'll smile, let it speak, but not let it in. Because now you know, worry isn't wisdom, it's a habit. And peace is not a reward, it's a choice. One that begins today.